All right, back to my method from high school. All right, so notice on this one, because it's a negative here for our C term, we're going to have different signs. So that's what's going to make this a little bit more complicated. We're going to have more options to choose from here. So these first two, they're going to have to multiply to 4x squared. So it could be a 4x and a 1x, or it could be a 2x and a 2x. Okay. Now, because one is positive, because they're different signs, one's positive, one's negative, the order is definitely going to matter. All right. So we're going to have to try a couple of things here. The good news is that it's a 5. So there's only one way to multiply and get 5. 1 and a 5. So this could be a positive 1 and a negative 5, or it could be a negative 1 and a positive 5, or all right, or it could be a positive 5 and a negative 1, or it could be a negative 5 and a positive 1. So that's the 4 options just for this one. Now down here, I think you're going to get lucky because of the 2's. I think this is going to cut down on some of the, does the order matter? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's not even this answer. So, we did this one earlier. So I'm going to try these. I'm going to multiply it out and see if it works. Okay. So positive 4 and negative 5, that's going to give us negative 20. I need to write this out here. That's going to give us negative 20, and that's going to give us positive 1. Now this is equal to negative 19. We wanted positive 19, so that's not it. All right. If we do positive 4 and positive 5, that's going to be a positive 20, and this is a negative 1, and this does equal positive 19. So that one is our answer. 4x minus 1 and x plus 5. All right, if you were to try these other ones, they wouldn't work. I'm just like, if you had done 4 and negative 1, that would be a negative 4, and 5 and x would be a positive 5. This equals positive 1, not 19. Okay, so that is our combination that works. All right, we didn't even have to try this 2x one. Okay, check real quick for a GCF. It's a 1 in the middle, so no GCF to factor here. All right, we're going to have a 2x and an x. That's the only way to get 2x squared. We're going to have different signs. All right, different signs because it's a negative there. Unfortunately, we could have 1 and 28. We could have 2 and 14. Or we could have 4 and 7. So we got, several options here this time. One is going to be positive, one's going to be negative. And I don't think you can always rely, how normally it was the sign of the bigger number is negative. I don't think you can actually follow that rule here because you're multiplying it by a number here. So let me just try some of these. I'm going to do the 4 and 7 first. Positive 4, negative 7, negative 4, positive 7, or maybe it's positive 7, negative 4, or maybe it's negative 7 and positive 4. All right, that's 4 options just for this one. I'm going to multiply these out or pretend multiply them out and see if I get negative 1 in the middle. So this is negative 14 and 4. That doesn't give you negative 1. This is positive 14 and negative 4. Positive 14, negative. Nope, that doesn't give you 1. Here we go. This is getting close. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. And then you have a positive 7x. This is negative 1. That's what we wanted in the middle, a negative 1. So this is a positive 7 and a negative 4. And check it. Actually multiply it out and make sure that you get this original. All right, make sure you get that. Let's see how much time I got. Yeah, I got time. I'm going to do that other example. Okay, so first off, you got to factor out that GCF. Divide them all by negative 3. A negative because this is negative out here. That's going to give us a 12x squared. I'm changing the sign because it was a negative I factored out. And I'm dividing them by 3. Okay. I'm going to wait on this negative 3. I'm just going to deal with that later. So just focus on this part. You're going to have a few options here because it's a 12. You could have a 12x and an x. You could have a 3x and a 4x. Or you could have, right over here, or you could have a 2x and a 6x. Hopefully it's not that one. I don't actually remember what the answer is, thankfully. So it's a mystery. Ooh, okay. We're going to have different signs, and we want the middle term to be a positive 5. So different signs is going to complicate things, but it's only a 2. So the only factors, these numbers right here and here, they have to multiply to give us the 2. So it's a 1 and a 2. All right, so it could either be a positive 1 and a negative 2, or it could be a negative 1 and a positive 2, or it could be a positive 2 and a negative 1, or it could be a negative 2 and a positive 1. So I'm going to try these 4 options for this one. All right, now I'm trying to get positive 5. This is negative 24. That ain't going to work. All right. This is positive 24. That ain't going to work. This is negative 12 and positive 2. Negative 12 and positive 2. That does not give you 5. Nowhere close to it. Same thing here. Positive 12, negative 2. That didn't work. Okay. So it's not my first option. It's not a 12x at all. All right, let's see. Let's do the same. I should have just saved those numbers. I had a 1 and a negative 2, a negative 1 and a positive 2, positive 2, negative 1, negative 2. Okay. Here's my combos. Okay, dokie. We've got 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And 1 and 4 will make 4. This does not equal positive 5. Okay. Here you're going to get positive 6 and negative 4. That's positive 2, so that doesn't work. Here we're going to have negative 3 times negative 1. And here 2 times 4 is going to give you positive 8. And that does equal 5. All right, negative 3 and positive 8. So it's a 2 here and a negative 1 there. Okay, so when you multiplied this out, you get a negative 3 and a positive 8, and that does equal the 5. So just don't forget your negative 3 that was already there. Whew. That one was not easy using that method. There were quite a few options there. So hopefully it's multiple choice, and you can just multiply out the answer options or plug in some number for x on the answer options and on the original and see if they give you the same answer.